students, how are you today? I'm fine, thanks. In today's class, we are going to be revising and practicing present simple, and then we are going to learn how to say things or explain things in English using the simple past. So we go from present to past. Now, suppose I'm asking you what you usually do every weekend. Week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Weekend, end, the end in films, end, termina. Every weekend is fin de semana. So, what do you usually do every weekend? For example, do you remember this verb? Go to bed. So you can say, I go to bed late. Yes, not early, not temprano. I go to bed late, or I go to bed at, remember at for the time? I go to bed at midday. Yes? Now, for example, what is have a shower? You remember? Have a shower. So you can say, I have a shower in the afternoon. Then another verb, for example, what is this girl doing? Homework, do homework. So I do my homework for school. Yes? Or what else do you remember? What's this girl doing? Very early and is eating in the morning. So do you remember? Have breakfast. So you can say, I have breakfast in bed. Yes, for example. Now, this is every weekend. Now, suppose that I want to ask you about what you did, not what you do. What do you do es presente. ¿Qué haces habitualmente? But now I want you to say what you did in the past. Not every weekend, but last weekend. Last weekend, el fin de semana pasado. ¿Sí? Si quiero decir la clase pasada, voy a decir last class. El lunes pasado, last Monday. El año pasado, last year. So as you can see, you always use last. Last week, last class, last Monday, last year. ¿Saben cómo se dice ayer? It's a famous song. Yesterday. And I can say typical simple past words are yesterday morning. Yesterday afternoon, yesterday evening. So morning, good morning, buenos días. So yesterday morning, ayer a la mañana. Yesterday afternoon, ayer a la tarde. And yesterday evening, ayer a la tarde. Do you remember the difference between afternoon and evening? We separate the days in three. Mañana, tarde y noche. In Argentina or in Spanish. But in English, they have like four parts of the day. 4 partes del día. So we have morning, a la mañana. Afternoon, after lunch. Afternoon. Evening, that it's after 6 o'clock. Yes? 6, 7, 8, 9 is evening. Yes? Or you can also say last night, anoche, but it has to be later, like 10, 11, 12. Yes? So, the word last and the word yesterday are typical words of simple past. Yes? And another typical word for simple past is este video empezó hace 5 minutos. Este video empezó hace 5 minutos. En inglés voy a decir 5 minutes ago. The word ago it's like atrás or whatever, but 5 minutes ago, hace 5 minutos, perhaps in Spanish. 2 meses atrás, we started classes, yes, meses dije, months, no, months, 2 months ago, o la primavera comenzó 3 semanas atrás, 3 weeks ago, yes, 3 semanas atrás, 3 weeks ago, 2 months ago, 5 minutes ago, yes, siempre number, minutes, days, months, and then ago. So remember, every time in a sentence you see last, yesterday, or ago, you use simple past. Now, how do we form simple past? Yes, we were talking about last weekend. So let's see. You told me that go to bed at midday. Yes, suppose let's continue talking about last weekend. Go to bed at midday. I go to bed at midday is in the present. El fin de pasado me voy a dormir al mediodía. No, midnight, sorry. Me voy a dormir al mediodía. Midnight. El fin de pasado me voy a dormir. No, me fui. I need the past. So there we use a list. There is a list of verbs. So you go to this list and you check. In the present is go. But in the past? So how do I know what's the past of go? I check on the list. Here, for example, I have an example of a list. So I go and check go, 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 FG, go. The past, as you can see, is went. Yes? So the past of go is went. So I change, instead of saying I go to bed, I say I went to bed at midnight. I have a shower. The verb is have. So let's go and check what the past of have is. FGH. So here I have the verb have and the past is had. So I write here had. Yes? I had a shower in the afternoon. I had a shower. Me bañé a la tarde. Then I do my homework. Hago mi tarea. Quiero decir, yo hice mi tarea. Let's see the verb do. I check. Do. What's the past? Yes, did. So I say, I did my homework for school. And I have breakfast in bed. The past of have, ya lo vimos recently. The past of have is had. So I say I had breakfast in bed. Now, what about negatives? In present, yes, we said, for example, I don't listen to music. Or I don't... Oh, there is one thing we didn't talk about. What happens, for example, if you say, I listen to music? What's the past of listen? Let's see. The past of listen. Listen, listen, listen. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Learn, leave. Oh. Let loose. Oh, it's not here. What happens when the verb is not here? Do you remember? Do you know? We add ed. Ed are verbs. We add ed to verbs which do not appear on the list because this list is about irregular verbs. Some verbs which take ed are called regular verbs. Those verbs which take ed are called regular verbs. These are regular verbs. For example, I watch series. Or I watch videos on TikTok. Yeah, so I watch videos on Netflix. So what's the past of watch? I check. The past of watch. Wait, where, when, right. No, it's not here. So what do? We add ed. So I watched videos. You will find more videos about the pronunciation and the spelling of ed. Yes? Okay. So this is for past in affirmative. In our next video, we are going to be talking about negatives and questions. Bye-bye.